Cliffy here from Cliff Dive Into Movies. Just want to thank you for checking out this video. And in this video is 10 things I noticed in creatures the world forgot. First off, I realized in the end title sequence that it does give the characters more of a description than a name, but for purposes of this video, I'm just going to say that this is the good twin, this is the bad twin, mute girl, Julie Egg, and dad. Also, one thing that I'm not going to point out is that every creature that you can see in Creatures the World Forgot were creatures that you would find in 1971 Africa. I'm not sure if these creatures are still around in 2023, but I don't think the world forgot these creatures. Number 1, the volcano. Most dinosaur movies and caveman movies, there's a volcano at the end of the movie, which causes a bunch of destruction. Creatures of the World Forgot is different because it has a volcano at the beginning of the movie. The tribe that suffers from the volcano blowing up is all, the people are scantily clad and they're wearing sandals, some are barefoot. Interestingly, everybody who dies in the volcano somehow has fur boots on and thicker fur clothing on. Also, if you'd seen 1 million years BC, this volcano and the people who die are from that movie. Number 2, rigor mortis. Life in the caveman days was very rough. In fact, it was so rough that when you died, rigor mortis starts almost instantly. When dad dies and he gets killed by the wildebeest, as he's hanging onto the wildebeest, that's a pretty stiff mannequin that they're using. And in fact, if you pay close attention, you can see that his hair falls off. Then later on, when the bad twin dies, he gets stabbed in the back, falls off the cliff. That's a pretty stiff body falling. And also pay attention to where originally he falls face up, and then he's falling face down, and then he landed face up. Number 3, water. After the dark-haired tribe leaves because of the volcano and they traverse the desert, they come across a blonde-haired tribe. Now, the blonde-haired tribe lives in a very arid environment, but at some point in time, they were either near a large body of water or the ocean because they have seashells, they got teeth from a sawfish, and then during their marriage ceremony, when they marry the blonde-haired gal to the chief of the dark-haired tribe, she's riding a fish, which to me looks like a shark. And then even in their hieroglyphics, they have like a little lake with a shark in it. So at some point in time, they've come across or were near or knew somebody who had something to do with a big body of water. Number 4, the tribe changes. So after a period of time, the dark-haired tribe leaves the blonde-haired tribe, and they take some of the blonde-haired tribe with them. Oddly, they only take the women, none of the men. So later on, you see that it's sometime later, maybe roughly 20 years later, and the blonde-haired women have had children. So now you see that the tribe not only has dark-haired people, but now there's blondes and brown-haired people. The tribe has also changed because now they've took some of the hieroglyphics that you didn't see before in the tribe. There are hieroglyphics in the title sequence, but I think that's just somebody in the production making it look caveman-ish. And those are actual real hieroglyphics, but they're not, I don't think, supposed to be meant to be made by the dark-haired tribe. Also, the dark-haired tribe, when we first seen them, didn't have any type of structures. And now they have actual buildings. Primitive, but they do have buildings. And also, when the dad took over as chief, it was a very brutal fight, but it wasn't very ceremonial at all. While when his two sons fight, it's a spur-of-the-moment fight, but it looks to have a very much of a ceremonial aspect to it. Number 5, the mute girl's outfit. The mute girl wears a very revealing costume. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but it's a very risque outfit. And what I can't tell is if it's a loincloth that has a piece in the front and a piece in the back and that's it, or if there actually is some sort of a G-string piece that goes in between her legs. The scene where she runs away from the evil twin, it looks like there's nothing under there, that it's just a piece of cloth covering half of her butt in the back. What's interesting is when she gets attacked by the actual cavemen afterwards, she's got a noticeable piece of material that covers her back and, gives the actress some modesty. And she wears that all the way from when the guy picks her up and then when he drops her off into the cave and then when the mute girl has her fight with Julie Egg. But after the fight, and the blonde twin took Julie Egg and takes away with her, the mute girl goes after them, it looks like the costume is now back to the skimpier one that doesn't have the piece of material in between her legs. Also, as a side note, talking about this scene, I noticed that when the caveman picks up the mute girl, when they're outside, the bottoms of her feet are clean. And then after he carries her into the cave, the bottoms of the mute girl's feet are now dirty. Number 6, the bear. It's impossible to make a video like this without pointing out that the bear costume is the worst bear costume I think I have ever seen in any movie ever. And my favorite part is when the bear gives a very nasty right hook to the caveman guy. Number 7, Julie Egg's sandals. When the two brothers have their fight to determine who's going to be chief, the tribe stands on top of a rock as they're watching them from above. When she's on the rock, Julie Egg doesn't have any sandals on. She's barefoot. And then after the fight ends and she comes down from the rock, she's clearly wearing her sandals again. 8, position change. At the end of the fight, the good twin has become victorious. The evil twin is laying on the ground, and the good twin decides to stab the evil twin in the leg as opposed to killing him. In the shots of where the evil twin is on the ground, you can see that the mute girl's left leg is by his head, and you can't see the good twin's leg. After he gets stabbed, you see the mute girl's left leg is by the evil twin's head, and you can see the right leg of the good twin. However, when they show the shots of the mute girl's and the good twin's face, it looks like the mute girl is actually standing a little bit is actually right behind the good twin, and it looks like she would be standing over the evil twin, not to the side of him. Actually, as I make this video, this shot in this screen grab looks like their position, she's off to the side a little bit more, but it does look like that either one of them or both of them should be standing right on top of the evil twin. Number 9, the evil twin's wounds. The two brothers fight, and after they fight, the good twin has won, and instead of killing his brother, like he has the right to do, he stabs him in the leg with a spear. Afterwards, the good twin decides that he's going to leave the tribe, and he does leave, and the evil twin goes after him. When the evil twin is first seen after being stabbed, he's got a wound on his leg, and he's walking with a cane. It only bothers him once where he stumbles. Otherwise, through the rest of the movie, he never seems to act like he has a bad injury, which he did just moments ago. Also, what's inconsistent is that the mute girl senses when the evil twin gets stabbed in the leg again, even though she hasn't responded to when he got stabbed the first time. Number 10, bad leaders. So the two brothers have their fight. The good twin wins. Instead of killing the evil twin, he stabs him in the leg. And then he decides that he's not going to stay with the tribe. And for whatever reason, he leaves with a bunch of men and one woman. I don't know what kind of a tribe he's going to start, because that doesn't seem to be a very good mix of men and women. But anyway, he leaves. The evil twin has recovered a little bit, and he decides that he's going to go after the good twin. Why? I don't know. I guess just for revenge. And he takes a whole bunch of guys. Between the two of them, it looks like they either take at least half the men or all the men, because you just see women sitting around. You don't see any other men, which means either way, they've pretty much decimated the tribe with their feud, which just doesn't seem to be very good leadership. And that has been 10 things I noticed in Creatures the World Forgot. My name's Cliffy. I hope you liked the video as much as I liked making it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Check out some of my other videos, follow the link on screen. And take care and be careful out there.